out here harvesting some yarrow, and the white is the wild yarrow, also known as like wild carrot. And here's what the leaves look like. They're little dainty feathery leaves. It has a couple lookalikes, so you want to make sure you have yarrow. Queen Anne's lace is one of the lookalikes, and so is hemlock, which is poisonous, can blind you. And I grew some pink yarrow. I don't use it for medicine, but I use it for teas. It's still medicinal, but I like to use the wild species when I'm doing wild crafting medicines. So I figured I'd pop on. Here's my little summer solstice project I did. But here's my elderberry plant that was a twig 3 years ago. And it is between the apothecary and the house near the fence, and it is just grown. It's about 8 foot tall at least now. And it's got some flowers up there. I'm just letting them flower and turn to berries. We'll see if the animals get them or if I do, but it's gotten so big I'll be able to take little pieces off of it, and it propagates really easily, so I'll definitely be able to grow a bunch of elderberry now that it's getting some growth on it. But I wanted to show you a couple other things that are growing out here. This is a horrible example, but that's broadleaf plantain with the seed pods, and you want the seed pods and you want the leaves and the roots. And let's see, here's some horseweed. Try to find a better species. And here's some longleaf plantain, and their seed pods are a little bit different, but the seed pods are really good for you too. Look these up because I'm not gonna use my brain right now. I got wild strawberries growing everywhere, and that's what they look like. The strawberry leaves are actually good medicine too, and violets. Those are still everywhere, but they're coming to an end, so I need to get out and harvest some violets. The leaves are a good lymphatic cleanse, just like cleavers. So if you need some violets, get out and get them now. There's a couple growing here in the garden. And I got some mint that's growing through here. I'm about to harvest this because it's going to want to go to seed soon, so I harvest it before it goes to seed, and it'll keep bushing out and growing. Let's see, over here I got a little cedar tree. But in here, this is wood sorrel. I don't know if this is the one that I like to show the kids. It's really lemony, and it gets a lot of people think that's clover, but it's wood sorrel. It's citrusy, and it gets these little okra-looking, here's one right here. It gets these little okra-looking pods, and I tell the kids that they are fairy pickles. They're so good. They're like really tart. Oh, what else do I have? And here's a bunch of wild pepper, poor man's pepper. So I'm letting them, you can see some of them are dying off. I'm letting them turn brown, and then I'm going to pull them. But I have a whole patch of them over here. Poor man's pepper. Better than any pepper you can get at the store. This is what I recommend using. That and black seed. And then I just noticed I have some fleabane growing in here, and people might think it's chamomile. It looks a lot like chamomile, the flowers, but they have a little pink hue to them. And the difference is the leaves. Chamomile has really dainty leaves like dill or yarrow, and this has little pointed leaves. So that's how you can tell the difference. But the fleabane is a great medicine too, so definitely be on the lookout for that. Let me see, there's There's a better look at the broadleaf plantain. And that is really good for upper respiratory. Plantain, it stops bleeding topically, but this is what they use for smoking cessations, to quit smoking. What else do I have over here? Let's see. So my chickens have done a good job turning over the garden, but since I'm probably moving, I didn't plant it this year. I'm leaving a lot in pots, and I didn't even plant a lot. But this is the mess I got going on over here. I'm not open today, but I got a mess. I got some grow equipment out here, old grow equipment, lights, vents, ballast. Anyone wants it, come pick it up. If not, it's going to the scrapper. I use LED lights now just like everyone else, so, but you know, those do really grow some good stuff. And I just brought my castor plant out here, which grows castor beans. So I'm pretty excited about that. I've never grown it before. It's really pretty. I had it in the backyard, but it wasn't getting enough light, so I just brought it out here. And this is a sweet pea right next to my little Minnie's grave. Sweet pea. Kind of looks like a peace sign, so I'm not cutting this down, but it has little thorns along it. But this is the tree sweet pea. There's a couple different species. Here's some motherwort growing. Wild and starting to flower now. Gets little purple flowers towards the top, and when you harvest it, just harvest down on a node, and you can harvest the tops and come back and get the rest later. Some mullein. Second year mullein, it's starting to flower, so I'll probably come out and get these flowers. Get them every morning after the dew comes off as they open up, and then you can make yourself some ear oil. I got more motherwort. I didn't even plant these out this year. I just let nature do it, and I got a lot of pennycress in here that I'm letting go to seed. I'm actually going to harvest these seeds. I let them dry out. You can see there's some in here that are still green, but I'm taking the seed. That way I have it to add to my seed bank. And these are just full of motherwort. And I'm letting them go to seed too, for the most part. And they're full of wood sorrel. Good stuff to eat, the wood sorrel. What else do you think? I got motherwort everywhere. I have some pumpkins that are taken on the fence, so I might get a couple pumpkins. Some comfrey. Some Hopi tobacco. Some mulberry trees, baby ones. Let's see. What else? I have one little sprig of St. John's wort that popped up in my sanctuary. So I'm letting this one, I already harvested some, I'm letting this one go to seed out here. But you can tell I let my grass grow and see what's in here, because it's full of medicine. And then another good thing out here is lamb's quarters. This is lamb's quarters, and it has a little white tips that look like powdery mildew, but it's not. But this is better than spinach. So I just come out here all the time and eat the tops or pluck the tops, and they'll spread out. Better for you than spinach, and it's free. So what else do I have out here? This is my corkscrew willow that I had in the house coming back. That was a stick a couple years ago too, so that's looking amazing. And I did plant, hi puppies. Hi my puppies. I did plant all kinds of herbs and stuff in these pots that are finally starting to come in. This morning I transplanted some little trees. I got a bamboo from Virginia, a little yellow plum, 2 lemons, 2 grapefruit, my moringa I replanted, and some rosemary, and a lime tree. My olives from Greece, are still not coming back, but I'm praying they do. I've been trying to get these ones to come in for years. I've got some spider plants. Those are great to keep your house detoxified. Spider plants, look them up. And this is an old, over 100-year-old willow tree my buddy Murray cut down, and it's popping up. And here I got a bunch more tobacco growing seedlings. And here are just more pots with little things and a couple of my little fairy gardens. This one actually had some sedum take off in it. So, and someone gifted me some tomatoes and some raspberries. So I'm going to plant them somewhere, but I'm not going to put them in the ground. They might be moving south, so we shall see. So get out. This is how you learn. You get out in your yard and see what you got. Don't mow for a little while and see what medicines are there, what foods we are provided for. So definitely learn one thing at a time. And right over here, I'll show you this one too. This is white campion. You can make soap out of the roots of this. I think it's just really cool, the little pods. This is growing over my yard too. White campion. So many things. So get out there and get some nature.